beauty is one of those concepts where we can get kind of many projections, many masks, many pretenses. A great potential for the inflation of the ego and the anti-ego, because it seems to imply some kind of measurement, some kind of standard. As if something could be more beautiful and something could be objectively less beautiful. Partly this is because beauty refers to perception, to observation, to seeing or to feeling. And that would have a subject, you, the one who is seeing or feeling or perceiving, and an object that, as if exterior, seen, phenomena, thing, which is seen or felt or experienced. And we all know that if we're in a really, really bad mood, we're really not feeling good inside ourselves, and we look at a sunset, sometimes it's not anything other than the sunset in Plön. And sometimes it can be a moment where we actually break out of our state, our bad mood, or our place into a moment of expansion and deeper freedom. And sometimes we can see a sunset and we can say, oh, it's a beautiful sunset, and we can pretend it's beautiful, but we stay locked inside our own subjective, sad state of being. So it's very subjective. It's very relative to where we are at in terms of perception, in terms of how we feel inside ourselves. In this split between subject and object, we can go one of two ways. We can go either way. We can go into total contemplation on the object. Where is the objectivity? Where is the sunset? Totally open up, and allow ourselves to dissolve into the object. Or we can go totally into the subjectivity. Allow ourselves totally to allow ourselves to be the one seeing or feeling or experiencing, to see, to allow, to get out the way, to open up, to get all the rubbish out the way, to allow pure perception, to let the object totally in. And wherever we find a resistance, to let that also go, and let it in, and let it in, let it in, to the heart and the core of subjectivity. With both movements, what we're doing is releasing. We're releasing, first and foremost, the mind. We're releasing our preconceptions. We're releasing the places where the forms of our mind are holding ourselves in a particular state, or hooking us in a particular state. I'm depressed, it's beautiful. So we release the depression, the idea that we're depressed, the idea that we're separate from that which we see. We're releasing all the ideas we had beforehand of how we should respond when we see a beautiful sunset, or an object of beauty. In a way, we are surrendering the mind, not in the sense of like putting it somewhere else, but in a way we're allowing the mind to sink down deeply, 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 deeply into the heart, to perceive from a different center. In The Little Prince, he talks about that we need to see with the eyes of the heart. This is entirely possible, to take the act of seeing, the physical act of seeing, and to move the eyes down and to look through the heart. And it's not really an either or between head and heart, it's more of a merging, a blending, a dissolving of the habitual eyes at the front of the head into a kind of much wider receptive view, which opens when we merge the head deeply to the depth of the heart and allow ourselves to see from there. In the same way, the hearing, the listening, which often habitually on a mental level, on a conscious level, we have it framed that it comes through our ears. And it comes through our ears and there's already a selection beginning. This I'm listening to, this I'm not. Just as the eyes focus on this and not on this, the hearing takes these sounds and not these sounds. So when the ears of the heart are allowed to sink, the faculty of hearing is allowed to sink to the level of the heart, and we listen through the ears of the heart and receive the vibrations directly through the heart. And again, the view broadens, there's much more silence allowed. Sound is less selective. It's a phenomena happening. In this, something is already dissolving into beauty, a kind of unconditional perception through beauty, which, first of all, is an atmosphere. Meaning the beauty that sees and the beauty that is seen, or the beauty that feels and the beauty that is felt. Are one and the same.
So when we look at beauty through the eyes of the heart, we are basically looking or hearing, sensing, feeling, experiencing the qualities of creation. And looking back inside ourselves, to be able to really experience beauty is from a place of beauty inside yourself. From a place of quality inside yourself. That's partly why when we're looking at something which we experience as really being beautiful, that we get inspired. It also kind of is activating the whole layer of qualities inside ourselves, the qualities of our being. The whole movement of awakening of the heart, and in its refinement, we become more and more open for the beauty inside ourselves and the beauty of creation. And we're able to see the beauty in each person, each object. When we see the beauty of an object, it's not an object anymore. There is a togetherness, it becomes part of us. Irrespective of the situation the person or the object is in. So in this way, our ability to see beauty is moving us beyond conditions, beyond judgment. It's a window which is opening for us the ability to move into the unconditional. So it's an interesting movement to kind of, to take an object which is touching you, to see its beauty, and to make the movement back inside yourself. To that what recognizes the beauty. And to try to dissolve in this place of inner beauty. Trying to be aware or conscious of this place of inner beauty, this place of being. And then it can be interesting to kind of move backwards from this. Beyond beauty. So maybe it's interesting to come to the morning meditation.
So we start at the ID, move to the center of the head, stay there with some softness. Allow this position of the center of the head to attend. Rest in, fall into the silence, which is always there, irrespective of thought, undisturbed by thought, irrespective of sound, undisturbed by sound, even within the sound. Irrespective of imagination. And then let this silence expand. Let it expand through refining it, sampling what's the quality of the silence. Really trying to experience silence as if it wasn't just a blank, but it was a beach full of sand, to really experience and to move between the particles of the silence. Notice how even the silence is varying in flavor. And then we move with this expanding silence to a sense of the physical body. the miracle of the physical body, your physical body. Your physical body on the ground, on the earth, connected to the physical chair, the physical floor, the physical air, breathing the physical oxygen, and breathing it out. And getting a sense of the body, and try to relax the body really, really deeply. If you find a place of discomfort, be curious about the discomfort. Experience any kind of discomfort as another sign, another impression of the physical, until it's not just uncomfortable anymore. And this stage of the meditation we can return to at any stage. It is a kind of experience or something happening. Be vigilant to also relax the body. If you notice you're not breathing naturally, then allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to relax the body. We think that we're relaxed, and then we realize that we're still holding ourselves, and we can always relax more deeply, more profoundly deeply. And then when we're ready, we move to the first depression point. And from moving inside with a lot of softness through the phenomena or particles or happening of the first depression point, you can allow all our sensations and perceptions, meaning our physical sensations, to move to physical sensation there in the raw physical way. What does it feel like to be sitting as the first depression point, the base of the sternum? And put our eyes there. Our eyes will be closed, but we're seeing from the first depression point. Bring our ears there. We're listening from the first depression point, as if the first depression point is an opening to that which can hear, or that which receives all sound. From there we can listen. And then there is a subtle, after we've been there for some time, there is a subtle attitude to allow, which is whatever is appearing, even if it's a thought, I want to go to the toilet, or whatever is appearing, have an attitude of beauty. Perceive it with beauty. Let it into the beauty. Even if it's painful, pain can be extremely beautiful. And when we have a sense of beauty, don't hold on to it. Go further in. Let it go. To go further in, we need to let it go, meaning we don't grasp it. We utterly and totally allow it. And in this way we can move further into an inquiry together, a meditation together, as to the nature of beauty. Letting it go, letting it go. Relaxing more deeply in the body. Relaxing more deeply in the heart and in the mind, into the silence. And whatever we find, going further in. Letting it go by going further in, not holding on. Seeing it as an effect of something even more essential to who we are. And then with the music we can move back to the contours of our own physical body, the air on the body, the feet on the floor, and the beauty in that.